Hey there, this is Ray. Today I want to talk about 8 things to avoid putting on your resume. First thing you should avoid putting on your resume is if you worked at a previous job for a short amount of time, 3 months, 2 months, maybe you got fired, maybe you quit, you didn't like the job, it wasn't a good match for you, don't put that down on your resume. The next thing to avoid putting on your resume is any personal information. For example, your social security number. If you've got kids, if you're married or if you're single, maybe your religious preference. Avoid putting that down on your resume too. Keep the personal separate from the business. And it's also illegal for your potential employer to ask you those questions if you're married, single, or have kids. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing to avoid putting down is a graduation date. So if you graduated a long time ago, don't put that down on your resume. Make sure you've got a professional email address on there. So first name and last name only is the best way to go. Don't use something like Hot Mama or at gmail.com or anything like that. Maybe Pothead at Yahoo. Those aren't acceptable things to put on the resume at all. Another thing that's really important to look at is grammar and spelling. Many people make a lot of mistakes on their resume. I've got an example for you. A person put down that they worked in a whorehouse. And I was like, no. And it was supposed to be warehouse. So, and what happened is the boss looked at that and immediately kicked out that resume. Salary expectations is something else that you should avoid putting down on your resume. That's not the place for it at all. Because there's a reason for that. The boss may think you're coming in too high, or you may be coming in too low. During your interview, that's when they're going to ask you if you're going to accept the money that they're offering or not. So that's the place to discuss salary expectations. The reason that you want to get this job is something else that you don't put on the resume. That information doesn't belong there. That's supposed to go on your cover letter. So keep it off of your resume. And also, if you're currently working, don't put your current employer's phone number down on your resume. Use your cell phone, your mobile phone number. It's easy for this new potential boss to maybe get in touch with you. So use your personal number only.